Hey everyone, Jessica Coulter here, and today we're going to be talking about the PSAT or the PSAT. So if you are wondering what this is, give me a question mark down below in the comments, or if you are preparing for this, or you at least know what I'm talking about, go ahead and hit that like or thumbs up button for me, or maybe even the heart button. So I want to know if this message is relevant to you, and I want to know if your child is planning on taking this very soon. So let me know what you know in the comments below. So before we get into all of that, I want to introduce myself in case you are wondering who you're listening to, who you might be watching. My name is Jessica Coulter, and I am the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. I have a specialty that involves test taking, so I usually tutor the ACT, but I can tutor and teach test taking strategies and study tips in general. So those are going to come in handy big time for the PSAT, the PSAT. So definitely can teach your child or tutor your child on the skills needed to do well on any test, including the PSAT. So let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty here. So in case you are wondering, what am I talking about? The PSAT, the PSAT. So you might hear it called the pre-SAT. Okay? You might also hear it called the NMSQT. So you're wondering what that is. So that is the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. Woo! Okay. So if you don't watch this video all the way through, make me kind of sad, but the biggest takeaway here is that this test is going to determine your or your child's chances of getting to go to college for very, very cheap. Okay? So students that take this test are able, if they get a certain score, to qualify for these national merit scholarships. Okay? And if you ever want to Google, the national merit scholarships, you'll find out just how much certain schools are willing to cover of your child's tuition. And let me tell you, it will blow your mind. Okay, so I'm talking upwards of 80% of tuition covered all 4 years. Okay, and then some schools 5 years. It just depends on the program, depends on the school, all of that good stuff. So that is secret number one. That is truth number one, is knowing what the PSAT is and why it is so important. So if you're looking for some help with this PSAT, or maybe just test taking strategies in general, would love to jump on the phone with you and help you out and figure out how your studying is going. Kind of go over a checklist of things I suggest and that I know work for people studying for big tests such as the PSAT, and also help you figure out, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Because some people just don't know how to study. Maybe you're just a natural at certain things or have been up to now, and you need some serious help to get ready for this pretty much life-changing test. So just jump on the phone, give me a call. I'm here, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time every day of the week. So 913-938-6344. Would love to talk to you or your child and get you guys ready for the PSAT, or maybe just another test in general. It could be something as simple as a history test at the end of the week. Totally doable, totally workable. Would gladly talk to you. So let's move on to secret number two. So now that you know what the PSAT is, and you know that it leads to scholarships, you might be wanting some more details. Well, let me tell you, there are two versions of the test. There is the PSAT 10, and then there is, like we talked about, the NMSQT or the PSAT. Now, the PSAT 10 is only for 10th graders, so that usually means sophomores. It just depends on your school. Whereas the other test is for 10th and 11th graders. So definitely that is kind of secret number two, is knowing when to prepare, what children's ages, So check with your school, figure out which test they're going to administer, okay? Because it could mean, you've got an extra year. If your child's only a 9th grader, it could mean maybe they took it already last year and you didn't know it. So you're going, oh, well, this is all brand new to me because I don't know what you're talking about. So I know when I took the test that I was unaware of all its information, If I would have known how important that test was that we just took in school one day in my, I think, history class, I might have done things a little differently. So, what do we think, guys? Are you learning a lot? Are you having kind of an aha moment? Let me know with a GIF or maybe an emoji down below, kind of how this is kind of affecting you and what you're thinking. And if you've already taken the PSAT, awesome. Would love to know that too. Want to cheer you on and congratulate you. So, one last secret here, and this is probably second most important, is knowing when the SAT, the PSAT I should say, is actually happening. So with all this COVID stuff going on, things are a little different. Normally, kids take it in October. So October 14th is the kind of primary test date, so that is most likely when your child is taking it. So again, coming up very, very soon. So not a whole lot of time to prepare. But again, because of COVID, there are some extra test dates that don't normally happen. So your child could have the possibility of taking the PSAT on the 17th, and the 29th is the backup date. So that is a Thursday. So if you have anything that says the 28th, that is not right. It's been moved to the 29th. Now, I do have a student I'm currently tutoring that is taking it in January. So because so many schools started late, and aren't even going to in-person school yet, even if they have started school, there is now a January 26th test date available. So again, 14th is most likely when your child will be taking this, and like I said, it happens in school. Sometimes there's a small cost associated with it. That is something you'd have to ask your child's school, probably the counseling department, and see if and when your child's taking it. Find out if their child needs to be a 10th grader or an 11th grader, because those are the only two ages, two grades that take the test. It just depends on if it's the PSAT 10 or the normal version. So, what do you think, guys? Any help that I can offer you? If you have some questions about the PSAT, feel free to leave them below in the comments. Or if you want to jump on the phone with me, like I said, give me a call, 913-938-6344. So if you want to get your hands on that checklist and find out how you're doing on your studying, get that kind of evaluation, then give me a call so you can get that checklist, and so you can do well on the PSAT. Because if you do well on the PSAT, you will possibly win that National Merit Scholarship and get to go to school for very, very cheap, if not free. So thank you so much. Have a great night, and talk to you soon.